Game says he's a little concerned that he won't be able to push on his early season form, with Lotus's financial struggles definitely taking their toll on the team now, unable to bring upgrades to races that will slow them down compared to the rest of the field. However, a brilliant P10 in his Lotus, he can do no wrong this season. He is showing his class. Surely a move up the grid is in order. Nannini has impressed once again, putting his car in P6 just ahead of his champion teammate Nelson Piquet. He says he's loving this car with a few upgrades on the downforce. He says he'd be able to ride this car on the nose and he really enjoys it. With a contract offer, we believe, on the table for Nannini for 1991, he will be very pleased and hope he can continue this great form. Nelson Piquet has not shared his love for the car this season, and with rumours he's packing it in at the end of the season, we'll have to wait and see. Alain Prost has massively outqualified his teammate Nigel Mansell. Prost will start tomorrow's Grand Prix in P4. He says he's really enjoying the Ferrari, but it can only really be driven one way, he says. But it seems to suit his driving style, which is the reason he gave for why he is out-qualifying Nigel Mansell and out-racing him this season. But it will be interesting to see if Mansell can progress up in the race, but Prost starts P4. Nicola Larini has set a blistering lap time to put himself in P3 for tomorrow's Canadian Grand Prix. Neither he nor the team know where the lap time came from, but he stressed he was on the ragged edge, and if you watch the onboard lap, he was. Surely putting his name in the hat, maybe for another season in Formula 1, but we'll have to wait and see, because this may be a one-off, but he was very, very pleased with his lap time, P3. Jean Alesi, with Ferrari rumours swirling overhead, he continues to impress. He said he's not thinking too much about Ferrari at this moment. He believes his team, they need him right now, and he doesn't think it's fair that they speak about it in the press so much, but surely that's my burn his mind. But it's not slowed him down, and he qualified P2 for tomorrow's Grand Prix. With Ayrton Senna down in P4, a much improved qualifying session for the Brazilian, it's Gerhard Berger once again who claimed top spot, pole position for tomorrow's Canadian Grand Prix. He was over the moon again, really pushing for this championship now. He said it means the world to him if he can mount a proper challenge to Alain Prost, who he claimed as a F1 great. But he needs to keep his head and hopes that the McLaren mechanical issues that they have been suffering from over the course of the season, mainly for Senna, but Berger said he is loving it. P1 again.
Hello there. Welcome to Canada. 50-50 are the chances of the weather changing, so it'll be the teams that react best that will top the times.
The grid order is as follows. Gerhard Berger takes an
consistently outpaced his championship rival.
Front row. That come out.
Jean Alesi,
we don't
second.
Nicola Larini with a blistering lap time, puts himself ahead of Alain Prost in the Ferrari. Senna, in P5. I said P4 in qualifying. I lied. Nelson Piquet is just behind his teammate Nannini. Boutsen is in 9th place.
Endured a lackluster qualifying session and faces a tough start in the midst of the chasing pack. He starts 10th.
But the Lotus issues will continue, 11th. He said. Then 12th. We've got the other Tyrrell of Nakajima, followed by the Leighton House driver.
14th.
Ricardo Patrese is down in P14. Difficult lap time for him. Difficult
16th.
weekend for the Williams team.
17th.
Followed by Martini, Suzuki,
18th.
Bernard Alboreto, Cafe, a lot.
19th. 20th.
Derek Warwick.
Was
Warwick
way
is
off the
struggling
pace of his teammate. He starts in 21st.
Like his teammate, although he has been praising this week, said he is definitely one for the future. Brabham is down in 24th. Modena and the live car takes the back of the grid in P26. Right, thank you for joining us once again, and we start this Grand Prix in the wet conditions. When the lights go out, we will be racing here for the Canadian Grand Prix. We're down at P10. We've got a little bit of a delayed start there. We've got a Patrese. Maybe I haven't got Patrese. There's Boots alongside. A little bit of a tap to a Senna, who's got a poor start. But we've had a wildly good start. Larini's gone backwards as he thought he would do. But we got a sweep round and we got really caught up on some water there. We dipped a wheel on the grass and Larini has gone straight back past us up into P6. But we continue on, and now I will just stress this, and I cannot stress this enough. This car is hopeful in the wet conditions. So I'm hoping the forecast is right and it will dry out, but we have got the rain master behind us in Ayrton Senna, who's going to be looking to get straight past us. Points have been struggling for Senna this season, and obviously the car has been a bit poor. There may possibly be a little bit of an interview with him later on in the season, but this is the replay of the start. There was a crash at the start. There's a big crash. I'm not sure who that was, as we don't look at the crash just yet, but we'll continue with this shot. Lacey leads with a great start. He's jumped Berger off the line. Excellent start from the driver in the Tyrrell. It is the Tyrrell. My apologies. This is the start. It's point something. This quickly. In the replay cameras, they all look to have dry tyres. They don't have wet tyres, I'm pretty sure. So but this is an incredible start from John Lacey. Keep hold of this lead as we plug around the lap now, and Berger dives up the inside, and that is a great move up the inside. I didn't think it was going to last all that long, but Berger, Lacey, lost. Has managed to get past us as soon as possible. But Berger leads the Canadian Grand Prix, and he's going to be looking to stretch a lead. He's on pace all the time, and to be honest with you, McLaren has been way faster than the Ferrari. But we're back on board with ourselves, and we still remain in 7th place. And we have got Nicola Larini still ahead of us, but we are all over the place in this Lotus car. Senna is mounting us, but we will continue, and hopefully it dries out within a couple of laps, because quite frankly we are struggling big time. But we will press on, and Senna is just behind us in P8. I'm not sure who's behind him. I believe that's Nannini. I believe it's Nannini in the bed on top, but Senna dives to the inside, up the inside, and that pulls him up into P6, and that is a point finish for him. And we run really wide, and that's going to allow Nannini up the inside, and that's us down to P8 now. We are dropping down the order as Senna, Nannini, us. Then I believe that is Riccardo Patrese. It was wrong, it was Nelson Piquet. I believe actually Nannini's a bit further up. He got a great start, actually, now I think about it. But yeah, that is the order of play at the moment. But we've got Thierry Boutsen all over the back of us. Still all over the back of us. And we believe we had some issues on these tyres. And these were the full wet tyres. And I believe that was our issue. So we're going to dive into the pits. And we're going to take a set of intermediate tyres, because I think we've made a bit of a mistake here on the grid. And yeah, we are jumping straight into the pit. And we're going to set a set of intermediate tyres. But yeah, I think that might cost us today. It may cost us today, but the mechanics are not in no rush by the looks of things, and this has dropped us down. Currently P21, I believe that's last, with all the cars out. But we will continue. I'm hoping we're going to have some pace now. We should have some pace now. With no errors, we just push. We should have, well, at least be quicker than we were in the first couple of laps. And we make a little mistake and we dive across the grass, over the curb. But this is Gerhard Berger, who has dived into the pits on lap 3. We believe this may be for dry tyres. Mansell stays out, but Prost is in. Alain Prost, who has overtaken Lacey Senna. He's going to dive into pit lane for a sec. We believe this is for Berger's out. Berger is out of the Grand Prix once again. That's got to be gearbox related. According to pits, he has retired from the 1990 Canadian Grand Prix, and that's going to massively affect his championship position. Prost is now what's essentially the net leader of the Grand Prix. But we have got the life car ahead of us, and for some reason we stay out. Absolutely no idea. We have jumped Nelson Piquet, who's pitted, I believe, for a set of dry tyres, which is why he's all over the back of us as we come flying towards turn 1. We've got ourselves up to P9, but we are going to have to pit again because for some reason we've stayed out. I'm not sure why. I think it felt like it actually was. But this is Alessandro Nannini, who is an excellent Indian and has jumped Jean Alesi for P3, we believe this is. Actually, it's P2 at the moment. Is it P2? I'm not too sure. Nigel Mansell's had one incredible start and he's currently leading this Grand Prix. He does have to pit and he stays out. Mansell, there has to be some reason for the shot of Ferrari would have called him in. The ball passed him 1 lap ago and I'll be surprised if they wouldn't have pulled Mansell in. Why would they not? Because he's had such a great start. He's no currently obviously not yet, but he's leading this Grand Prix. But that's, I'm not sure. This is Senna in with Nelson Piquet. This might be a replay, but Senna pulls in, so does Nelson Piquet, and they are in. No, this is not. This is a replay, and that is Nannini in the pits with Senna just behind him, because Senna actually had a really decent start. So Senna, it's a double McLaren retirement. Ayrton Senna once again is out of the Grand Prix. When is this man going to catch a break? But Nigel Mansell is finally into the pits and he's coming in for a set of dry tyres, but this is surely going to cost him big time when where's Prost? Is that the spray from Alain Prost just there? It is the spray from Alain Prost. He is miles behind him now. Obviously no speed limit in the pit lane. Prost is already into turn 1. Ooh, surely they called Mansell. I'll be surprised if they didn't call him in, because that's a bit of a bogey. He's come out second, but he's only come out second because Senna's retired, and so has Gerhard Berger. So it's very interesting to see. But now we've dipped a wheel onto the grass. We've held it well. We have got Nelson Piquet creeping up behind us, who is on the dry tyres. I don't know how we kept him behind us this whole lap, but we are finally going to dive into the pits for a set of dry, slick tyres. Probably a little bit too late, but it might allow us to go a bit further into the Grand Prix. So we finally have a set of dry tyres and we are out onto the grid. We are out and back out onto the track. Sorry, I'm getting my words all mixed up here in all the excitement. It's been a chaotic opening 6 laps to this 1990 Canadian Grand Prix. But we've come out P12. We've got Modena are just ahead of us and Thierry Boutsen. So it must have been Riccardo Patrese who was caught up in the incident into turn 1. You'd think I'd know that. But this is us. We have caught the back of Moda, and I believe we should be able to pass him fairly easily. No disrespect to these drivers here, but they have been very fortunate on retirements and stuff. We're going to dive up the inside, getting the move done. Overtaking definitely not been an issue for us in our rookie season, but doesn't appear to be very quick there from Thierry Boutsen, who has been complaining about that Willis week report. I think they're putting all their eggs into 1991. As we know in the news, they are looking for 2 new drivers as well. We've clipped Grouillard, however you pronounce his name, but we are backing out of that. That'd be an aeroplane crash if we both went into there at speed. But we come flying down the main straight now to start. I believe it's lap 7. Lap 7. It is lap 7. We dived up the inside of Grouillard, and that is to take P9. It could be with retirements going in our favour. We could be on for some points, but the classification at the end of lap 7 is Alain Prost leads. 4.2 seconds back is Nigel Mansell. Then I believe there probably is a bit of a gap to, we believe, Nannini, who jumped Alesi in the first round of pit stops. And Alesi's holding on. Alesi is holding on, but Nannini looks strong in P3, looking for another podium finish. He's been classed this season. But this is the footwork of Alboreto. And there is smoke bellowing from his engine. Oh, he just can't catch a break in F1. We've had many a retirement. Cafe has not performed well this season, and it's difficult. It's difficult for these teams, really, because you've got people funding and things like that. And he's cut out. He's stopped in the track. Oh, that's poor. That is poor. I think he should. Oh, he's almost taken his teammate out. He's almost taken his teammate out. Well, we are in P8. Barilia, he's just ahead. But we're about to start lap 9. of this Canadian Grand Prix. We are over half distance now, and we see 2 cars ahead. 2.3 is the gap to Barilla, and yeah, surely with these 2 cars ahead, P6 and a point is definitely on the cards. Considering we're on the wrong tyres, all is well. It's definitely a season of attrition. But we have caught these 2 cars up. These are squabbling actually for the final points paying position at the moment. I believe that's Cafe and Barilla. Ooh, he's made a little bit of a mistake there. Oh, he's dipped a wheel on the grass, and that's going to allow us to get right up behind him. But we dipped a wheel on the grass and just nudged the outside barrier there. We're going to brake a little bit early because we do not want to dive up the inside. It's a quick left-right. It's a light. It's a quick right-left. But we are going to get slipstream. We have got some speed in this car, and I've been calling for speed. But we're going to dive. But we're going to dive onto the wet patch, and we're going to straight on into the gravel. Hit it face on. Oh, thankfully the wheel hit first because the damage is on now. Thankfully the wheel hit first and we did not lose a front wing. That's poor drive, that's rookie errors. Rookie errors are still creeping in, need to iron them out for 91. But we remain P8, but we should be able to catch these 2 cars ahead fairly quickly because they are squabbling for the final points paying position, and that is huge for them. But I'm about to ruin their day, so maybe not so huge. But we continue, P8. Goulard behind us now is 7.4 seconds back. No harm from him behind, but we continue. We've got Barilla in the Minardi, I believe. I should do some more research because I love this era anyway, but when you come to the voiceover, you just forget everything. Like if the mic went on, I'd be able to name everything. I'd be able to tell you dates, times, backwards. I'd be able to look at it backwards. It's chaotic, but we continue, and we are all over the back of this Minardi car, and we have got a good run off this chicane though. Surely if he leaves the door open into the hairpin, we're going to make the most of it and dive up the inside. What we try to do there is stay on the drive. We're going to make a double move up the inside of Cafe. I think actually we slipped on the wet patches, and that kind of forced us into the move on Cafe as well, but I will take that up into P6. Absolutely fantastic. Nakajima just ahead of us in P5. He's having a great race because he has struggled all season against his teammate Alesi, but it's nice to see him up there in the points because Alesi's been class this season. But this is really beats him. Actually, so it's I'm absolutely sorry this is going to oh dear, that's not going to make the Benetton team very happy, but we are. Look, ooh, who's that? Who is that? It's Nakajima, it's Nakajima, that's below us up in the B5, and that's just been able to feed up in the B6, and this is a slow moving boot side of his ball as well, and that's allowed, I believe, it's Derek White to slip straight past, and that's slow, it's very slow. That's got to be an issue there. I know Nelson Pico is out to try and back to the pits. That's definitely an issue. He's being overtaken by Nelson Pico in a straight line. That gearbox related again for the Williams team. That is another double retirement in 1990. And that's also Pico out, and by the looks of things, Thierry Boutsen will be joining him down the pit lane to retire his car. Let's have a look. We knew PK was coming in, but that is yet another retirement for Williams. Boutsen, it's another double retirement. Poor for them. A rather quiet race for Mansell in the end. He's been hovering, and we did close the gap to Alain Prost briefly, but it would appear that he doesn't have enough pace to catch and pass. But a P2, considering his struggles in that Ferrari this season, I think he might be happy with that. But this is the battle for the final points being position between Cafe and Barilla. For, again, like I said, P6, only a handful of laps to go now. This is important for both of these cars, for both of these teams, and for both of these drivers, because points pays the bills, points gives the prize money, and just a single point at the end of the season can move 3 or 4 spots higher than they originally were, and that could be huge prize money that we will continue to see. But this is Alain Prost, rounds the hairpin, and is that smoke bellowing from Prost's car? Smoke is coming from the back of Alain Prost's car. The Ferrari engine is expiring, but he's only got a handful of corners to go. Can he get to the end of this Grand Prix? Oh, drama at the end of the 1990 Canadian Grand Prix. Surely there's some speed. He's just going to roll to the line, but is Mansell he's going to make it? Alain Prost with an expired engine. He's going to cross the finish line to take another win this season. And surely that is a stamp on the championship, but that would have been sketchy. Mansell crosses the line to take P2. Lovely, lovely stuff, but we have been struggling in the final laps of this Grand Prix. Our tyres have had it. They have capiche. That's the wrong word, but we will move. We have got Cafe. We have got Barilla just behind us. Can we hold off? Because this, I'm currently 5th. Cafe's 6th. Barilla is 7th. Barilla sniffing points. Cafe sniffing an extra point. Oh, this could be tense as we head down now out of the hairpin and we bow down to the old straight. But it's a right. Oh, that's sideways from us. That's us all out of shape. We've got back in and we've hit Cafe. We've hit Cafe and he's lost his rear wing. Oh no, that was not a lot I could do there. But it's Cafe versus Barilla for the final points paying position, and we exit the final corner to take the checkered flag and P5 and 2 points. Excellent stuff, and Cafe does get the last point in this Grand Prix. What an exciting Canadian Grand Prix that was. There is the classification, the final classification. It's a Ferrari 1-2 led by the championship leader Alain Prost. Nannini taking a lovely P3 with Jean Alesi just behind him. Huge amount of retirements. Senna was out. Patrese out. Berger out. Piquet out. And, well, it's just been outrageous. It's a race of attrition, it's a season of attrition, but let's take this, what this does do to the championship standings. It has put us into P2. Actually, do we remain P2? I think we were P2 anyway, but we'll ignore all that. Berger hasn't progressed and he falls himself over a win behind Alain Prost. Ferrari pull ahead in the Constructors' Championship, but is that it for McLaren in their Championship Challenge already? But again, if you've enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, and join us next time for the Mexican Grand Prix. Bye-bye.